It's 12:40 p.m. GMT, 28th October 2024. There I was, sitting on my student mattress, staring at my Achieve app. My balance, a hefty sum of 1 Ghana cedis, 58 pesos, which is equivalent to 14 cents. Not 158 Ghana cedis, 1 cedi 58 pesos. And the worst part, I actually needed money that day. In fact, I needed to transport myself, and the minimum amount I needed to transport myself that day was 10 cedis. And here I was with just a third of that amount. And the worst part, that was my emergency fund. And when I actually had an emergency, or that was supposed to be my emergency fund, because when I actually had an emergency, it couldn't help me. This scenario I've just painted, which was my life last year, has that ever been you? If yes, then stay. Today's video might just rescue you the way it rescued me. Now for context, just months before this, I had watched over $2,000, equivalent to 24,000 cedis, slip right through my hands between May and October 2024. Yes, you heard that right. Between May and October. May being the 5th month of the year and October being the 10th month, meaning in just the space of 5 months, $2,000, that is 24,000 Ghana cedis, slipped right through my fingers. Money came in, but went out again. I was basically a bank transfer conduit for other people's businesses. But you see, that day, sitting there with that hefty sum of 1 cedi 50 pesos to my name, I told myself, Zuno, this embarrassment must stop. I had tears in my eyes, man. I almost cried. In fact, I cried. I cried for fun. So I definitely cried that day. But then I made one tiny habit that afternoon. And that single habit grew my emergency fund from 1 Ghana cedis 58 pesos to over 750 Ghana cedis by April of 2025. Mind you, I wasn't even getting paid consistently during that period. The habit was simple. I decided to save exactly 10% of every single inflow, no matter how small. Even if I received 1 Ghana cedis, I saved 10 pesos. Now hear me. This was not my tithe. No, I still honored God with my tithe. But right after sending my tithe, the next thing I did was to save 10% right there in my Achieve app. Hear me well. I didn't think twice. No calculations. No, I'll save later. No, it was all automatic. You know that thing with compounding? Once you do something twice and see the balance move, oh my goodness, your brain is like, hey, we are rich now. It becomes exciting, almost like a personal challenge. That excitement was what kept me consistent. By the end of 6 months, I had literally 474x my emergency balance as of October 28th. That is, my balance grew from 1 Ghana cedis 58 pesos to 750 cedis plus. And the truth, it wasn't magic. It was momentum plus discipline plus consistently saving small amounts. I promise you, there were days where I had just 10 cedis coming in and I saved up 1 Ghana cedis. I saved up a cedi. You see, with the Achieve app, you can't save anything below 5 Ghana cedis, right? So I would add up till it gets to at least 5 Ghana cedis. And there were other days that I saved more than that 10% because I realized that the balance was not balancing. It wasn't enough to save, and if I didn't do so immediately, I would end up using the money for other things. So whenever money came in, especially when it was a substantial amount, oh my goodness, it was like I was a clockwork. I saved automatically, right? Now look, as humans, we are emotional. I don't care whether you're a man, you're a woman, whatever you think you are, whichever gender you are. By the way, there are 2 genders, so yeah, there's that. So whether you are a man or a woman, all humans are emotional. The degree of expression of emotions might differ from person to person, but at the core, we are all emotional. So if you leave money where you can see it, oh my days, you definitely touch it. Me too, I know, because that is how I move. So to ensure that you are effective at this practice, you have to make use of an app like Achieve. Now, they've not paid me to talk about the app. I'm just a consistent user of the app, right? Over 3 years now, because I started using it 2022, right? So I have 3 years. I've used the app for over 3 years now, and it has been a great help, right? So that's why I keep mentioning it, and I'll keep mentioning it, whether they sponsor or not. But definitely in the future, I'll definitely be sponsored by them. But then I digress. So back to our topic. So you use an app like Achieve where you can lock your savings. That's what I did. I created a fresh goal and I started saving, and it was a locked goal. With the locked goals for such an app, you can't touch the money unless it reaches the time period you created. So when you are creating the goal, you are given the opportunity to choose however long you want it to be, right? And then once you do that, you can't access the money unless, of course, you are terminating the goal, right? But if you want to keep the account, then you can't withdraw it. So once you use an app like that, realize that it helps you to stay consistent. And if you are even blessed to have a consistent flow of income, then you can just automate your savings such that if you receive your pay weekly or monthly or however it is that is interspersed or whatever, you can just choose a specific date, and then on that date automatically the amount is deducted, right? Now, the second thing that will help you to build your emergency fund, just like I did, up to 474 times, depending on where you are starting from, or even more, is you would earn interest along the way. If you are locking money for a month, you might as well earn something on top of it. So once you are using an app like Achieve, what it helps you do, or what it does for you, is that because it's not just a traditional savings account, there's an interest that is being earned on the amount you've invested or you are saving daily, and it will definitely compound over time, right? So instead of just saving in a traditional bank account where they'll be deducting their charges and everything, you can use a high yield savings account, and then that way you are growing your money even more. Tip number 3, if you are paid consistently, automate it. I mentioned that earlier. Ensure that you set recurring deposits. That way you don't even have to think, right? And tip number 4 to help you build your emergency fund and multiply it is, if your inflows are constant, like some of, because right now I'm currently not employed yet, right? So for someone like me, you would have to apply an extra layer of discipline to manually save, right? To manually send the money out once it comes in, whenever it comes in, right? That way, yes, it's harder, but what it also does for you is that it helps you build stronger money muscles. Now, in conclusion, if you don't like your current money situation, just start here. This one habit alone will change your financial life. It did for me, and I know that it will do the same for you if you apply the habit consistently over a period. Saving a percentage every single time you receive money, plus the magic that is compound interest, will grow your emergency fund faster than you think. Now let me know in the comments, what's that one habit that has helped you build your emergency fund? Let's learn from each other. In the next video, I'll be sharing the biggest money mistakes I made, how I went from $4,000. Yes, you see that $2,000 I mentioned earlier. Other monies came later, all right, giving me a sum total of $4,000 from the crypto market as my profits in the year 2024. But interestingly enough, the amount that is left of that $4,000 right now is $0. So I'll tell you how I went from $4,000 to $0, and how you can position yourself so that you don't repeat that story, you don't repeat that in your life as well. So see you in that video. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. If you're watching on YouTube, what do I even call it now? This podcast-ish account. This podcast is everybody. If you are watching on YouTube, thank you for spending time with me. Do subscribe if you found this helpful in any way, and please make sure to like if you received any form of value, and let's continue the conversation in the comment section. See you in my next video.